But we're here today. Stay tuned. We're going to get it all to you and break down the offense and Brock Purdy's performance in San Francisco's 30-7-20 win over the Washington Commanders. Stay tuned.
Let's go get him. Let's go get him today, man. Let's go. Hey, dominate on 3. 1, 2, 3, dominate.
What's going on, guys? Thank you for coming in to another video. We're here with another film review. You know, it's the weekly film review. Going to be breaking down the offense, seeing what the offense did in San Francisco's 37-20 win over the Washington Commanders this past weekend. A couple of good plays, a couple of things we want to look at. We'll evaluate Brock Purdy. We'll evaluate the receiving core and George Kittle's big game. All of that coming here soon. So let's just get right into it. We're going to start with the film review, and let's go into the initial drive here. So 49ers obviously starting, and this first play was very interesting. Obviously, you see the motion to the right, automatically indicating 49ers might be running to the right side. Remember, they love to use misdirection, love to try and throw off opposing defenses, which is what makes Kyle Shanahan and their run game so really tough to defend. You fake the toss, and then Purdy with a quick trigger, just a sidearm throw, hits Brandon Ayuk in stride. You're going to really see this play unfold here on this in this clip here. Tyler Kroft going to obviously motion over. Everybody's moving over this side. Purdy has to fit it through this gap here with this this edge rusher or run defender kind of crashing through. He essentially has to just fit it through this window here on the slant. Very creative with the way he throws that ball. Quick release. Nice play to Ayuk. Gets you the first down. So a good play there from Brock Purdy, leading to 2nd and 1. And you see the Commanders here. Commanders are a very, very good defensive line. We've got to put that out there. The Commanders, they're one of the better defensive lines in the NFL. You've got Jonathan Allen and Daron Payne. Payne here, Allen here. Then they've got Montez Sweat on the outside. Remember, they returned Chase Young as well. So one of the more premier fronts in the NFL along that defensive line. So going to be pretty tough overall. 2nd and 1, though. 49ers handed off here. Christian McCaffrey. Nothing much. You see, I just want to show you this, though. Look at this effort. This ball is going to the inside. But look at this effort from Brandon Ayuk. Just goes, engages, and continues to engage. This is what the 49ers do. Remain physical immediately, get in the heads of defenders. But overall, a run towards the middle, trying to just get that first down. 49ers able to do so. But I do want to highlight a couple of matchups. Aaron Banks versus Jonathan Allen. And then you've got Daron Payne here as well. Banks is going to hold, but remember, the 49ers, what they've struggled to do with the offensive line at times against strong defensive lines is move the line of scrimmage. Banks does a good job. He holds his ground, but he doesn't necessarily move Allen back. Allen remains in position, waits, and then poaches. But remember, all you needed there was the first down. They got the first down there. Going to set up 1st and 10 here for the 49ers on their opening drive. That same motion you saw from the right side to the left. This time it's play action. Purdy going to find Brandon Ayuk on that deep kind of curl route, deep hitch, whatever you want to call it. But this ball's batted down. Again, the power of Washington's defensive line shown on this play here. You're going to see number 94 here, Daron Payne, work against Spencer Burford, the right guard. That's Mike McGlinchey. He's going to be able to get up into the space as the 49ers do their shift on the offensive line, deflect that pass, leads to 2nd and 10 there. This one, though, is a very nice, very well executed play. You get a couple of yards to set up 3rd and medium here with Christian McCaffrey. You look at it, what do the 49ers understand? They understand that this defensive line is very good along the interior, very good at stopping the run. So what do? You go to your strong suit, run to the left side, and stretch them out. Brandon Ayuk throws the key block here. Two straight play, not straight, but two plays on this opening drive where Ayuk is showing that effort in the running game. Trent Williams, George Kittle handle the outside defender, and so it is just Christian McCaffrey running in open space to get a good couple of yards to set up 3rd and 6. Remember, you need these chunk plays to go from 3rd and 10 to 3rd and 6. Make it more attainable because then you have a majority of your plays in the arsenal. This one's just a nice 25-yard catch to George Kittle. Kittle running the in route. He's going to be able to get open. Look at Brock Purdy here. 3rd and 6. This is where Purdy's eyes, that eye manipulation is how I like to call it. His eyes really are important. What is Purdy doing immediately? 35. He's eyeing down 35 here, seeing what 35 is going to do, seeing which route combination 35 goes against. 35 backs up, looking to defend the deep route. What does that mean? This area over the middle, that's open for Kittle. That's easy for Kittle, and Kittle does the rest after the catch. What Purdy has to do in this offense is just be able to execute those plays, get the ball to the open receivers, be able to utilize that skill set of his, the eye manipulation, the pocket presence, to hit the open receivers and then let those guys do their job because that's where the majority comes from, right? The yards after catch. First play for Tyrion Davis-Price here. He's going to get about, I'd say, 4 or 5 yards on that carry. Again, what are the 49ers doing? Where are they going? They're running to their strong suit. They're going to the left side. This is a norm that I've pointed out a couple of times in the past few weeks. They love to run to this left side. While the 49ers obviously have Mike McGlinchey, a fairly solid run defender, they've struggled to run to the right side for a majority of 2022 as opposed to the left side where they've gotten a good chunk of their yards. Why? Because when you go to the left side, you can do a variety of things. You can have Trent Williams clear out, go towards the outside. You can run towards the inside, create that bridge between Williams and Banks. You can utilize the tight ends. It's a strong area for them. The pitch here, you've got the clear out from Williams. You've got the clear out from Juszczyk and Tyler Kroft. What does that mean? There's this running lane. All Davis-Price has to do, beat this one defender coming from the other side into the hole to get a couple of yards, and he does exactly that. All you need here is the clear out from Williams, which he is one hell of a guy. He's one hell of a run blocker. He's just able to – Allen has inside leverage here. He's able to do it. Banks gives this last nudge. That creates the hole. Davis-Price is able to hit it, and that's where you get your couple of yards. That's all you need. Good vision from the running backs and running to your strong side. That gets you 6 yards there. That's a chunk play there from the 49ers running game on this opening drive. On 2nd and 4, a nice run for Tyrion Davis-Price. This is the type of run that you saw when you watched Tyrion Davis-Price's film. This is the type of run you saw a ton from him. These runs up the gap behind his offensive line where he can accelerate right into the hole. You're going to see the acceleration come right here. He's just patient, waits, sees a small hole, and just accelerates through it because he's got the power ability to run through. Just sees this hole between Williams and his interior offensive lineman, goes straight through it. That's going to get you 3 yards there and set up a nice 3rd and short or a good first down on most plays. And here it's 3rd and 1. Just a quick handoff to Davis-Price there, unable to get it. Did not seem like the offense was in cohesion on this play. Jennings doesn't know what the play is. This automatically gives the tell that it's a run play. And Davis-Price, just a handoff, but look at the numbers for the Commanders here. Just able to squeeze through and get this play. This is the value of the Commanders. What happens here? Jonathan Allen able to win his battle in the interior, get through, and really create some space for his fellow defenders. That nice spin move, and everybody else converges on that play, setting up 4th and 1. Now, here's an interesting play call. I love the aggressiveness from Kyle Shanahan to go for it on 4th and 1. Just start, get your foot on the gas pedal. It's attainable. Now, let's look at the play call, though. Yeah, that I don't know if that's the play call here. This is an interesting play call. I understand what the 49ers are trying to do. They want to go towards the left side, their forte. They understand there's one defensive back on this area of the field because there's no receivers there. So you want to kind of create some misdirection and give McCaffrey the one-on-one situation. But the Commanders read this too well, and I think this play just takes too long to develop. Why would you do this here on 4th and 1? I think you need some sort of. I think this is just a little too risky call on 4th and 1 and too unpredictable of a call when you just have a yard to gain, really, in this situation. And so that's why I thought this play call was questionable, especially with the Commanders. Remember when you saw that 6-man front on the last one? It's a 5-man front. Not necessarily saying you run it straight up the gut, but I thought that this was a play where you could have called a QB sneak, a quarterback sneak, trying to get that 1 yard. But interesting play call. Not really a big fan of it, but I like the aggressiveness from Kyle Shanahan. One thing that I will critique Kyle Shanahan on, while I've been a avid supporter of Kyle Shanahan this year, and I think he's done a hell of a job in regards to play calling, where a lot of people point that out, I don't think his fourth down play calling has been on par. That might be a part of his conservativeness, but the 49ers and fourth downs, when they've gone for it, I don't know if the play calling has necessarily been how you'd like it to be. But starting on their second drive, special teams gets them to the 50-yard line to begin this play. And this is the uniqueness, right, of this 49ers offense. You start with a two-back set. You motion Kyle Juszczyk out. Now Juszczyk's on a cornerback. Then you have Christian McCaffrey come out here. And so this is a good set here for the 49ers overall. You've got Christian McCaffrey against the linebacker. He just settles down. And this is going to be a couple of yards here from being tackled by Jamin Davis, that is, from Christian McCaffrey. Why do you like this? Because this here immediately puts McCaffrey on Jamin Davis. And so this is a good matchup. Why? Because McCaffrey here understands the leverage that he has. He could run into this spot and give Brock Purdy a tougher throw, or just settle down. Why run in? He forces Jamin Davis to retreat, just settles down. A nice play there, a good quick passing play to get the ball out of Purdy's hands and get the 49ers in a favorable position. This leads them to second down. Once again, you motion Kyle Juszczyk out, the flexibility that you get out of that. And this is just one of those Purdy plays. It's kind of the glimpse that you get from Brock Purdy out of what he's able to do, right? This is a dead play from the jump in terms of the defender reads it very well. This is Montez Sweat. Montez Sweat is a Pro Bowl defensive lineman. He probably should have made the Pro Bowl this year. He's done a very good job. But this is just him being able to read the situation, not crashing too early, not reading it poorly. Because remember, there are these two receivers here. He holds it first and then sees the play action, crashes on it. Because this ball, I think, was going to go to Kittle immediately. Purdy's got to escape. And then Purdy almost makes that throw. That's a tight window, just a little behind. Really good play by another Pro Bowler there, Jeremy Reeves. But that's just the glimpse of the athleticism that you can get from Purdy, the extension of plays where, while all of them obviously won't work out, some of them work out, lead to plays that might not have happened before. But this one's just an untenable one. And it's really unfortunate because the 49ers start this drive at the 50-yard line. They have a 3rd and 4 here, and the Commanders send an all-out blitz. They blitz here. This one's one that I'm a little questionable on because this is the hot route here. Christian McCaffrey is where this ball likely should go. The question was whether Sweat blitzes, whether Jamin Davis blitzes. He blitzes, which means there's a free rusher. Purdy is reading the middle of the field. He sees McCaffrey here, sees the free rusher coming at him. Normally he lets this rip. This is one where he chooses to keep, leads to a sack. I don't know if the 49ers get first down. Probably puts them near the first down marker if Purdy throws that one. But instead, that one ends up being a sack and a killer of a drive. Now, this is the 49ers big time drive, a 99-yard drive. Starts at their 1-yard line. They're stuck here. You just need a win at the line of scrimmage to begin this drive. And Christian McCaffrey gets a couple of yards, gets them a little bit of room. here on second down. 2nd and 7, still at your 4-yard line here. You can see the Commanders pressing. How many they have at the line of scrimmage? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You've got the linebacker here on Jennings, and they're still in their base set. They've got a sub safety here in Jeremy Reeves. Understand this one's going to be a run, but this is just a nice cutback here from Christian McCaffrey, a nice play call to try and leverage the defenders. When you see it on this one, you saw this, the safety motion out. What does that normally mean? They're trying to run to the left side. The Commanders know where the 49ers' strength is. It's this left side, right? That's where the 49ers like to run the football. I've pointed it out. That's where they got their success. So it looks like this is going to be the hole that McCaffrey hits, right? That causes this linebacker here to try and get to that hole before Brendel can get to him. So McCaffrey has two options here. He could go into this hole or go into this hole. He cuts it back. This is a great job here from Mike McGlinchey, a guy who a lot of people like to hate on, but this is a great job here from Mike McGlinchey. He's going up against number 94, Daron Payne, a very talented player, and he holds his block, and that allows McCaffrey kind of to get to the second level there. Could McCaffrey have hit in the hole in the left? Yeah, both ways get you the first down. Good job by McCaffrey. Good job by the offensive line for holding that block, especially Mike McGlinchey there on a tough opponent. This one is a pitch here to Tyrion Davis-Price. He gets another carry. For those wondering about Jordan Mason, I do believe he got injured on that first play from scrimmage. Already came into the game with a hamstring injury. Seems like he was primarily going to be used on special teams for his health in this game. Gives Tyrion Davis-Price some action. He had 9 carries for 30 yards. Not necessarily inspiring, but good to see the rookie get some action here. You can see, though, how the Commanders' defensive line is. Pressing here up at the front. Davis-Price trying to figure out the angle. I think he took one too many steps trying to trust his speed here, which was the unfortunate reality. Once he saw this press from Jeremy Reeves, I thought he should have cut it up just a little late. That's what allows the Commanders defense to react, and that's kind of why that play maybe doesn't get 3 yards instead of 1. Regardless, good play there by the Commanders defense. Now you're going to motion Davis-Price out, not necessarily known for being a receiver, but this gives you some matchup flexibility. It's a quick hitter, but that pass deflected by none other than Chase Young, who returned in this game. Just want to hit George Kittle here. Why? Because once you motion that guy out, you see the matchup. Kittle's going to be lined up right straight on Jamin Davis, this linebacker right here. Quick out route, wants to hit him, and Chase Young just makes a nice play. When you talk about those batted down balls, normally comes to quarterback height. Purdy, obviously, being only 6 foot, could be some of the reason for some of those batted balls at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 9 now, but this is a huge conversion to Juwan Jennings. This is a very nice throw. Now, we all understand Purdy doesn't necessarily have the best arm strength, right? Jennings lined up out of the slot. Purdy got to look at what the safety is doing. This is a really good play call. Why? Because George Kittle's the guy who always will demand the most attention over the middle of the field. That's why that's what defenses try to do. Bracket him, take him out of the game. Kittle on a linebacker. And Kittle pushing vertically, cutting to the inside. What does that do? That forces this safety here, who was originally outside the numbers, right, to go inside of the numbers here. What does that do? That leaves this hash right here a little open where Juwan Jennings, the slot receiver, he extends out to the outside. He lined up near the hash mark. He extends to the outside so that he has extra space to cut back in. That's where this play is. Purdy looking at Kittle forces this defender to retract, and that's going to leave open this seam here for that throw. This is a tight window throw. This is a really good play by Jamin Davis, understanding he passes it off, but this is an even better throw from Brock Purdy. Really good throw here. We'll see it on the comeback. Just fits it in, tight window on just in an area where only John Jennings could catch it. A nice play from Jennings himself, and the 49ers get a first down there. Now Purdy's got Kittle here, trying to hit Kittle, who was over the middle of the field. This is, I think, the second of batted ball, or third actually, of batted balls that Purdy faced. Not exactly sure who batted that. I think it was Jonathan Allen, but you see the pressure coming to him. Commanders here, they run, they just try and uh, what do you call it? Rush five here, one on one everywhere. 49ers run a stunt, trying to have Aaron Banks be the puller because of the fake play action. Sets up here. Jonathan Allen frees open, and that's where the pass deflection comes through. And then this is where the big hitter play came. Ray McLeod taking this one 71 yards to the house. One play that many defenses probably didn't think of having in their arsenal, but this is the Deebo Samuel play where you have Christian McCaffrey lined up, but you're going to instead hand it off to the jet sweep for Ray McLeod. And this is just a nice job by the offensive line. We'll just point out the big time blocks here. First, look at Mike McGlinchey. Mike McGlinchey is just going to pancake the linebacker. I think Cole Holcomb just pancake the linebacker to the ground. A nice play here from number 69. McCaffrey helps with Kittle on this block, helps push this defender out so Kittle can get to the defensive back. And that just creates the hole. Great block there by Willie Snead as well. Players just executing, doing their role, that leads to certain plays. That's why this offense is so explosive, because when all the blocks come through, you can get results like that. Great job there by the offensive line. And before I continue, do want to give a shout out to everybody that's come through. Steven, thank you for tuning in, and thank you for your kind remark. Tanya, thank you for also tuning in, as well as Bryant Culp and No Border Sports. All four of you, thank you so much for tuning in. But let's continue forward. 49ers now scoring their first touchdown of the game. Remember, they came up empty earlier. Now got a touchdown. First play. This is the poor drive, though. We're going to see from this angle how this interception comes through. Jennings out of the slot. This is a nice play call. Why? Once again, what happens? You've got McCaffrey on the middle linebacker. They come out in their base set. This is safety Jeremy Reeves acting as a sub linebacker. Kittle's here. What are they going to try and do? Double Kittle. You've got Kyle Juszczyk out as well. This is where this ball wants to be targeted. McCaffrey immediately attracts the attention of this middle linebacker. Kittle on Jamin Davis. And so that's going to shift these linebackers outside, and that's going to leave this middle of the field wide open. Purdy is going to hit Jawan Jennings. I initially thought it was a fine throw. I wish it was a little more on the body. A lot of people were wondering, why do you say it's on the body? Well, because of the amount of space that Jennings has. I thought that would be easier, but this is right on Jennings as well. This has to be a catch. It's right on his hip. Has to be a catch. Jennings cannot bobble that and cannot hit that ball up in the ground. Poor execution there from Jennings leads to the interception by Derek Forrest, and that really cost the 49ers. That was the one touchdown that the Commanders had in the first half. Leads to the end of the half. This is just a 3-yard run here for McCaffrey to end the half, and the 49ers start with the ball to start the second half. Now, I think this was really the biggest drive of the game. 7-7, 49ers starting with the ball. They needed to make a score. They needed to really get that momentum back after losing it following the interception, and that's what they did. You obviously motion McCaffrey out. What does that mean? Once again, linebacker here on Kyle Juszczyk, cornerback on Kittle. You've got favorable matchups. Cornerback on McCaffrey, but you got favorable matchups wherever you want to go. Huge play by Brandon Ayuk, absorbs the hit here and is able to catch the ball on the front side. So what happens here? This is a deep to short. This is a high-low coverage here from the Commanders. Benjamin St. Juste, the cornerback here, playing off coverage on Ayuk, and then you've got the safety Jeremy Reeves playing on George Kittle. So what do the 49ers do? They're going to run the dig route and then the out route with Kittle here. Soft coverage here and no safety help because there's only single high coverage here leads to this wide open space. Good decision by Purdy, and he's able to just throw it in there right before Cole Holcomb is able, or sorry, not Holcomb, I think that's Mayo, is able to react. Just a nice route combination. You've got the vertical, you've got the in route, and you've got the shallow. You can work deep to short there, get the route, get the read that you want, and good execution there by Purdy. Now this one was a nice play. This is a big time Kittle catch. When we look at it again, Kittle lined up on this side. You've got Tyler Croft on this side helping as a blocker. The 49ers want to exploit this matchup. Anytime Kittle's on a linebacker, you want to exploit this matchup. What do? Danny Gray got to respect his speed. That's what that forces this safety here, number 22, to backtrack. You've got the second safety here, but you've got the over the top route. I think it was a post that Danny Gray runs, and then you've got the deep out route from Kittle over the middle, where it's one-on-one on a linebacker. You expect Kittle to win this matchup. And there, easy catch for Kittle, and that's where you get the first down there. You push vertically, and then that out route just about 12 yards, going to be able to get there. Nice play there from the 49ers. Again, just trying to take you through the play calling of Kyle Shanahan, trying to get you through the mind of there. And so just a nice play call. You threaten vertically with Kittle. The out route there is what tricks the safety, and you're going to be able to get a first down. Now the 49ers approaching at the 50-yard line already. Starts here with the handoff to Christian McCaffrey just to get a couple of yards on first down. Once again, note where they're running to. They're running to that right side. But looking at this play, Jonathan Allen actually wins here against Trent Williams. That's the reason this play kind of blows up. Look at that matchup there. Allen's the one who wins on Trent Williams, and then also just good defense here by the Commanders, holding their edge. Going to get a couple of yards for Christian McCaffrey. Again, 3 yards, not necessarily the biggest amount, but what you want is to try and push from on first and second down to get third and medium, third and short, because the 49ers, you don't want to get that third and long situation, allow the Commanders to call blitzes, get their best players out after the quarterback, and create unfavorable situations for Brock Purdy. But a nice play call here again. What do? Once again, running to the left side. Williams gets the best of James Smith-Williams here. A nice block on the backside by Jake Brendel to allow Christian McCaffrey to come on the edge rusher there. And then Brandon Ayuk, once again, you got to give credit to Brandon Ayuk because Brandon Ayuk does a hell of a job with his blocking assignments. He's on a linebacker here, a fast linebacker that is with Jamin Davis, able to hold his ground for enough time to just allow Christian McCaffrey to run up the hill. That creates a 1st and 10 for the 49ers. Good execution there in the running game to create a favorable play. Ooh, one sec. Let's get this back here. There we go. First down, you get the pitch to McCaffrey here. McCaffrey just weaving through, but Chase Young able to bring him down. The motion. Remember, the 49ers, they run a lot of different run concepts. On the first drive, we saw this, and we saw McCaffrey cut it back. On this, we also saw the fake pitch, and then the sidearm throw from Brock Purdy to Brandon Ayuk. They run several different concepts out of this pitch, or they run several different plays out of this pitch concept. This one, they're just running the straight pitch, and so that's what gets defenses thinking because there are so many different plays that come through that McCaffrey able to get out and just really weave through defenders, get out to that second level, make a play there. Once again, leads to second and medium. What the 49ers want out of those first downs, get a couple of yards off the board. Now you got Ty Davis Price in the game. Going to give him the handoff here, let him accelerate over the top. Jonathan Allen, stout run defender, makes the play there. You're going to see the Commanders here. Allen just able to win on Jake Brendel, a one-on-one here right over the middle. You're going to see it here. And Allen just wins. If Allen doesn't win, if Brendel's able to hold his ground, this is likely a 6-yard gain by Tyrion Davis-Price. He's going to be able to accelerate because Aaron Banks does a good job by being the puller, leaving Davis-Price one-on-one with the safety. But Allen wins that. That's just a way of just showing how the 49ers, not only how the 49ers offensive line sometimes struggles against top defensive lines, but also showing the impact that those interior defenders had. Christian Wilkins in the Miami game had a very similar impact. Grady Jarrett in the Falcons game had a similar impact. Vito Vea could have had a similar impact, but all is forgotten because the 49ers got a touchdown on the very next play. This is an interesting concept by the 49ers. They're trying to get the high, and I don't want to say low because Kittle was running over the intermediate part of the field, but a high intermediate read on this right side, the front side of this play. Why? Single high safety. You don't have cover two, which means that you're essentially looking, what does this safety do? Kittle here, I think, is supposed to kind of be a little shallow at the 20-yard line. I think Kittle here saw that the safety crept up. This is just honestly poor execution here by the safety. I have no idea why he creeps up here without any threat over the middle. He creeps up, leaving Kittle to just go straight down the middle, a vertical route. He's able to beat the safety. Kittle, I think, was supposed to stay in this 20 kind of yard area of the field, but instead cheats his route, goes straight to the end zone, and McLeod, who has inside leverage, because this cornerback here is expecting safety help. You could see with the way that this guy rotates, the safety was supposed to help with this cornerback. He's expecting, I think this is Benjamin St. Juice, is expecting inside help on McLeod, who's going to run the post. And that's why when there is no inside help, McLeod is as wide open as he is, but Kittle cheats his route. He goes for the touchdown as well. And they're both exactly in the same spot. Kittle gets the touchdown there. Just a quick first down run there on the next drive. McCaffrey trying to fight through some defenders, gets a couple of yards there on the play, leading to second down. Then on this play, a quick hitter here to George Kittle. We'll see the replay here. Commanders once again stacking the box. You're going to see the sub safety here. You're going to see the two linebackers here, and then the forefront. You've got a 7 in the box. Jeremy Reeves even creeps up, making it 8 in the box. So why not throw the play action, get Kittle over the middle, and just a nice tight window-ish throw. Kittle's able to make the play. Leads to a second down because there was a holding penalty, I believe, on first down. And then this one here. This is a funny, interesting play. Now, it does show the rookiness in a way of Brock Purdy. You see the free rusher. Purdy likely should hit McCaffrey, but understands that McCaffrey is not open yet. Purdy, though, it's a good job for him to understand the free rusher's coming, but he does try and make something out of nothing instead of throwing the ball away real quick. Tries to bail out in the pocket with his athleticism, and that just makes a spinning throw out of bounds. A pretty cool spinning throw. I just wanted to show you guys this because it was an interesting play that I saw when watching the film. Just look at that. But nah, moving forward, 3rd and 17 here at the 49ers 36-yard line. Normally, this is where you see those Deebo Samuel screens. Obviously, Deebo Samuel isn't in. It's a throw to Ray McLeod instead, and just an incompletion here. And that's just going to end the drive. Likely wouldn't have gotten much there, but moving forward to the next drive, the 49ers start with favorable field position. starting at their 36, or sorry, at the Commanders' 35-yard line. First play is just a short gain in a way to Brandon Ayuk. When you look at the route concept here, it's one-on-one. You've got single high safety. Commanders like to run the single high safety, but man-to-man coverage here over the top. Kyle Shanahan, what does he think about this? Especially because they're playing a little soft and Ayuk's on a safety. Jennings threatened vertically. That leaves this open space because no second safety means nobody to crash down on that route. Ayuk able to run an out route here, just quick hitter. Ayuk run the out route. Do you want that ball maybe potentially a little ahead of Purdy? Yes, but instead able to corral it, get that first. Or sorry, get the catch. Ball likely should have been a little ahead, but like I said, their completion, 49ers second down. And this is just a nice little play here from Kyle Shanahan, Brock Purdy, and George Kittle. Let's look at this play here from this side. What I'd say earlier about the pitch plays. 49ers have a arsenal of plays they like running out of this pitch concept. You see the shift. The shift always starts, right? Now, the defensive line, everybody's expecting this pitch to the right to Davis Price or some element of that type of run play. Remember, the 49ers did this on the first play of the game. They faked the pitch and then a nice throw to Brandon Ayuk off the sidearm throw from Brock Purdy. This time, though, with everybody crashing, they sold it very well. The safeties don't do a good job. They crash instead of holding their ground. And this leads to a wide open George Kittle who was on a linebacker. And Kittle's just able to run past the defense and do the rest. Just really getting into creativity there of Kyle Shanahan. A nice play call there to get the game into it was 21-7. Commanders end up scoring, but just getting the 49ers ahead there with some creativity. And then right after, the 49ers answered very well with a Brandon Ayuk big-time play. When we look at the route concept here, you've got Ayuk here, Jennings here. Once again, single high safety. There's no help coming on this side. It's man coverage unless the route going towards the middle of the field. You fake it. You've got the linebackers there. This is all just up to Ayuk. Ayuk's going to run an out route. Once again, it's very similar to the last Ayuk catch. Jennings running the clear route, leaving space for Ayuk on the out route. Just a really good route. Sells the inside fake. We see it. He takes that inside fake here, sells the inside fake very well, and then just able to get wide open. Just a really nice route from Ayuk. And then he's able to do the rest, running after the catch, getting all the way down to the 5-yard line. Purdy knew exactly where he was going to go with this ball, and 49ers deliver. Just another nice play there. Leaves first and goal at the 6-yard line here for the 49ers. First down, trying to get it to Christian McCaffrey, and not much there on first and goal. When you look at it, really, most of the Commanders' defenders won on this play. Young gets the inside step. Burford, the puller, is going to get there, but Jonathan Allen beats Trent Williams here on this spot, and then Aaron Banks kind of the linebacker beats Aaron Banks. Just really a full-time a full-time kind of mess there overall to try and free up Christian McCaffrey. Not much there. I think they got a yard on that play. The fake. And then Purdy here is just going to try and run this one out, but not able to get much. I think they lose yards on this play as well. Setting up the fakes, the screen to McCaffrey, wasn't able to get there. Purdy just trying to outrun James Smith-Williams. Could not do much there. Leads to 3rd and goal at the 9-yard line. Then on that play, Mike McGlinchey, He kills that drive there by going off sides. You could see he's clearly down after the play. Mental mistake there by Mike McGlinchey, essentially killing the drive because it's 3rd and goal at the 14-yard line. 49ers set up a quick screen to McCaffrey, not able to get there, only going back to the 9-yard line. And this is going to set up a field goal. And I want to pause here because I want to talk about these kind of drives. The 49ers here, the issue with a drive like this, you get down to the 6 yard line, but they really struggled in the red zone this game. Their red zone execution has to be better, and it's a variety of play calling, it's a variety of execution itself, but the execution there has to be better. There are too many mental mistakes. The McGlinchey false start here, you're going to see another one a little later. There are too many of these mental mistakes that 49ers just cost themselves. And in the playoffs, those 7 points, you got to attain the 7 points against certain teams. 3 isn't acceptable, and you're going to see a stretch of field goal after field goal after field goal here from the 49ers, which really you don't want to see necessarily in the playoffs. So 3rd and goal, you can't do much there from the 15-yard line. Got to go, obviously do that. But here, 49ers get the ball back. I believe this was after the Jimmy Ward interception. Defense did a phenomenal job getting the turnovers. They were doing a great job. Christian McCaffrey here trying to hit the edge. Not much there. Again, 49ers trying to run to the left side of the field. Where they're trying to get there. But this is just a really good job here from the edge rusher, obviously. 49ers offensive lineman trying to get to that second level. No bite there. And McCaffrey has one man to beat, but that's Chase Young. And then a nice play there from Jeremy Reeves to force McCaffrey out of bounds. Couldn't really get there, leading to 2nd and goal at the 11-yard line. This is one of those creative plays from Kyle Shanahan, faking the pitch here to Christian McCaffrey, where he would have likely had these 2 guys to beat. Instead, goes over the middle to George Kittle. Kittle able to get as much as he can out of it, leading to 3rd and goal at the 6. 3rd and 5 at the 6, I guess. It was at the 11-yard line to start. And now came the second of McGlinchey's false starts. Did not seem like McGlinchey was happy after this false start. Seemed like he was a little unhappy at Brock Purdy there. Might have been a cadence issue where McGlinchey went and Purdy might have messed up the cadence. But once again, the mental mistake takes the 49ers back to the 11-yard line instead of the 6-yard line. That's much tougher to complete on 3rd and 10 here near the red zone. And the 49ers aren't going to be able to convert. Purdy tries to run through, but only gets back to the 5-yard line, at which point they're going to kick a field goal. Once again, mental mistakes, these little issues that the 49ers have, they cannot be popping up in the red zone. That's the area where they really do probably need to improve. It's been an issue at times. I said it earlier on a podcast today. Now, the issue might not be too big given how their defense plays, given the rest of the components. But when you have 5 red zone tries, you've got to be able to score touchdowns. And that wasn't the case this weekend. Still, we're able to put up 37 points. Defense put the 49ers in positions to score with turnovers. 49ers had a couple of good offensive drives, but weren't able to execute to the highest of potential. 37 points is going to win you games in the playoffs. Don't get me wrong. But some of these drives you do hope convert to touchdowns in the playoffs itself. Starting their next drive, this was another turnover from the Commanders. Quick out to Brandon Ayuk. You're going to see that play a lot with the man coverage that they play, trusting Ayuk and his route running ability on the outside. Then 2nd and 6, McCaffrey here trying to run between Williams and Banks. That same outside run, trying to go to the left side. Commanders seem like they're anticipating that left side a little more now. They're crashing a lot more, and so it's tough for the 49ers here to execute on this side. The run game really did stall for a little bit. Allen, once again, Allen was a force, beats Aaron Banks here on the swim move, I believe, to get into the backfield. That kind of forced McCaffrey's hand where he probably wants to go in this hole. And then after that, just a good play here to by Jamin Davis, to force the loss of yardage there on 2nd down. it seemed like they were just trying to run and run and run to the left side. Linebackers now able to react a little better, understanding the philosophy of what the 49ers are trying to do. Here, 3rd and 8, just a quick out to Jawan Jennings. Just want to point this out. Just look at Brock Purdy here. I think he did a good job. What does he do? He eyes George Kittle first. That causes the safety to crash down instead of crashing towards the seam. And that's just going to allow Jawan Jennings to get free. Now, do you want this ball necessarily on the ground? Not necessarily. I understand Purdy probably trying to get it away from the safety given his arm strength, but that's going to be that catch there. That essentially ends that drive. And so now the 49ers, that's their 3rd straight field goal. They weren't able to necessarily put this game away for a long time. It was 30-20 with 5:33 to go, a 2-score game, but they got great field position again. And so they're going to start this drive, and I believe this was the game kind of ending drive. Terry Davis-Price gets the first carry. Once again, where do you know they're going? To that left side. You see the motion, but like I said, like with the pitch plays, they have a arsenal of plays they run. It's not going to go stress directly to the left. You see the cut lanes. Davis-Price going to try and cut it back here between Brunskill and McGlinchey. That's what he tries to do here. Just a good reaction here from, I believe, number 91. Just a good reaction there from 91, able to identify the cutback and get Terry Davis-Price for just a 2-yard gain. Second down, you get the pitch to Davis-Price. This was his best run of the day. This was a really nice run from Davis-Price. You're going to see it on this side here. You have obviously the pitch, Juszczyk as the lead blocker, and this is just nice play both from Davis-Price and the offensive line. So Banks does a good job of utilizing his strength to push his defender out. Williams is able to hold his ground. You've got 2 running lanes here. You've got the running lane that McGlinchey is creating, or the running lane that Banks and Williams are creating. Good job by Davis-Price, able to use his agility to cut this one back and essentially get those yards because he understood where the space was. Just those 2 cuts, a nice cut, another nice cut, able to get extra yards. Set up 3rd and 1 here for the 49ers, much more attainable than 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8. Good play there from Tyrion Davis-Price. Third down, you need 1 yard. Davis-Price able to accelerate up the middle. Another nice cutback when running to the left. 49ers motion a guy out that way to the right side, but run this one to the left. Davis-Price able to quickly. This is that acceleration. Normally you require some hesitation. Davis-Price just hits the hole here. Another nice run for a couple of yards. He didn't necessarily have the strongest days, but 2 nice runs here on the last drive. McGlinchey with a nice pancake there on Jonathan. That was a good, on Daron Payne. A nice play there to set up the first down. Big time plays there. Ooh, there we go. Another pitch here from Davis-Price. Hesitates a little bit, gets the running lane, and hits the hole here for a couple of yards. Juszczyk waits. Juszczyk makes his block. Davis-Price hesitates a little bit, hits the hole. Could he have hit the hole a little earlier? Potentially, but you get the couple of yards there on that play and gets a 3-yard gain. Could have been maybe 4 or 5, but you get the 3-yard gain there from Davis-Price following the hesitation. Ooh, almost another nice trick play. Remember that first drive, the fake pitch, going to try and hit the receiver here, but Washington reads this one really well. Just a good play by the crashing defender. Purdy fakes it, but unable to kind of spring free. Good play there, resulting in the sack. Could he have thrown that football? Probably. You probably want to get that ball a little out, especially with the space that he had, but unable to execute there, leading to 3rd and 11. The 49ers choose to run it here on 3rd and 11 to try and set up a short 4th down or a better field goal position. 4th and 3, potentially Kyle Shanahan's riskiest play call of the game. 4th and 3 at the 11-yard line, trying to seal this one out with 3 minutes left in the 4th quarter. Purdy finds not Juwan Jennings, my mistake. Finds George Kittle over the middle. A nice play. You've got the safety here, but this is an interesting alignment, right? Safety lined up on Kittle. Kittle's going to go over the middle. That's where Purdy wants to go. This is Kittle's job because the safety here has inside leverage on Kittle. Kittle's got to somehow make a move and obtain the inside leverage on the safety. Makes his quick move. Purdy with a free rusher, I believe, because the linebacker blitzed. Yep, with a free rusher in his face. Nice job. Identifies his receiver and is able to just fire it in there. Potentially that ball comes out a little in front of Kittle, but a good play with a rusher in his face, set up 1st and goal at the 1 yard line, to which the 49ers then have a better shot, obviously, of executing. First down run to McCaffrey, and McCaffrey springs in for the touchdown. And that's really the deal sealer. A nice last drive there by the 49ers. So even with some of the offensive struggles, even with some of the red zone struggles, you do see them able to execute at the end of the game, able to get that touchdown. And that is what's going to conclude our film review session today. I appreciate everybody that stayed to watch. Always appreciate you guys having the time to come and support me and my channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. For those of you guys that want to look for the content, we're still coming out. Came out yesterday with a video, came out today. Now, one video earlier today. Be sure to look up at that video. Me and Marco, my co-host here on 49ers Red Zone, interviewed former 49ers safety Adrian Colbert on his NFL experience on the 49ers, on his thoughts. So to get kind of behind the scenes of an NFL player, go check out that interview. Obviously, on my channel, go check out from earlier today. Film review out today. We're going to be back very soon with some more content. But guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate the support. And until next time.